So, when I wanted to start playing jazz guitar, my teacher told me,
"Jazz is boring, let's play rock."
So, I actually didn't play jazz guitar for many years until I was 18 years old. I think most of us have heard this quote, "Jazz is boring." I think people say that because they think jazz is difficult, but I'm here today to make it super easy to get started. Here in today's lesson comes 7 shortcuts to start playing jazz guitar. Shortcut number 1, the tone knob. This one is super easy. All guitars doesn't have this knob, but if you do, be sure to turn it down pretty much. Here comes some examples of where this knob could be on different guitar models. On a Stratocaster we usually have the tone knob here. On a Telecaster we have it here. So usually it's like down here on the guitar body. And on this Danish guitar, it's down here as well. It's called Baum, a really good guitar. So that was the first step in order to sound jazz. Otherwise, it will not sound so much jazz actually. Not for me at least. By the way, be sure to watch this whole video so you will get a full understanding of how easy it is to play jazz guitar actually. Okay, let's do shortcut number 2, the slide. Here comes 3 examples of some essential jazz licks, first without and then with the slide. And you will see the slides we apply to these licks will instantly make it sound jazz. Okay, let's go to shortcut number 3. Enclosures. There are mainly 2 different enclosures as I see it. An enclosure with scale notes and an enclosure with chromatic notes in order to target the note we're targeting. The most jazz one is the chromatic enclosure. So that's the one we're going to do today. An enclosure is a way for us to target a note. I use this tool called Enclosure in order to target different notes in the triad, like the root, the third and the fifth. And also to target the licks in the beginning of the licks, I will show you. Here comes the same essential jazz licks from the previous shortcut, but now with an enclosure in the beginning and in the end. Alright, so if you find this guitar lesson useful, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here. This is one of many guitar lessons that I will release here. So, if you don't want to miss anything out, be sure to subscribe. Let's go to the next shortcut to start playing jazz. Shortcut number 4. Learn the very often easy melody for one of the most famous jazz standards. Let's do There Will Never Be Another You. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do shortcut number 5. Learn all the essential jazz chords you need. Here comes the chords for the same song, There Will Never Be Another You. Are you ready? Let's go. And by the way, if you want to learn more about jazz guitar, be sure to check out my Patreon. There you will get an instant access to 250 other lessons on jazz guitar and so on, tabs, solitudes, chord shapes and everything. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome, let's do shortcut number 6. Play and target each third of each chord. You will find the third from each chord from the chord shapes we just played. Let me show you. Alright, so our first chord is E flat major 7, this one. And here, you need to first know the notes of each string, but I know that the third will always be here if we have the root on the A string. Root on A string, then the third will be on the B string somewhere. And here is a major third, because it's a major chord. And if it was the minor, it was here. But now it's a major. So here we got our first note to target over the first chord. The next chord is D flat minor 7 flat 5. And what did I just tell you? The third is on B string, right? So if the root is on the A string, the third is on the B string. So it's a minor note. Right, so now we got, and now, actually when we play a chord with a root on the E string, we have the third on a string down, or up, if however you say it. So here we have the third on the 4th fret on the G string, right? The major third over the G7. So, right? And now we go to the next chord. C minor 9 I play like this, but as I told you, we have the third here, the minor third on the B string, root on A string, third on B string. The next chord is this one, B flat minor 7. So there we have the minor third here on the G string. It's like very easy when you get started. And then we had E flat 9. The third is here again. So now we got right? The next chord was A flat major 7. And then we have the third on the G string because the root is on the E string. Then the next chord was D flat 9. So then we have the third on the B string. Back to E flat major 7. C minor 7, third is there. F, F9, then we have the third here. And then we have the minor third here when we go to F minor 9. And then B flat, the dominant, B flat 13, B flat 11, B flat altered. The major third will always be the same. Right. So there we go. And then for the other round, we will play some other chords in the end. So A minor 7 flat 5. So then we have the minor note here on the B string because the root is on the A string. And then D7, the third there. And then we have E flat major 7. And then A flat 7. A flat 9. Then we have the third there. Then G minor, C, F minor, B flat, E flat major 7. So take this slowly. Let's do it together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now when we got all the thirds from all the chords, we can make this an exercise where we target each third with an enclosure. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this tool will help you build melodies around the thirds, and that will make you 100% sure of hitting the right notes over the right chords. So combine this with scales and licks and so on, and sing as well. This also helps you to outline the chord changes. Alright, so let's do the last shortcut. Shortcut number 7. Learn a jazz guitar solo etude from my Patreon Guitar Academy. When you learn one of the guitar solo etudes from my Patreon, you will get a perfect example of jazz guitar. And here it comes. And by the way, thank you so much for being here watching my YouTube video. That means so much for me. Please leave a little comment and support me, and also come with requests of what you want me to teach here on my YouTube channel. And like I told you before, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything out. Let's go to the last shortcut. 1, 2, 3, 4.